July 7th began with an early trip to the Ashland Farmers Market. I met Louis Bodemer, a third-generation farmer of Bodemer Farms. He said they will harvest 10,000 tomatoes this year. The small farm stands were up and ready for business at 7 a.m. The line started forming at Furman Orchard's stand before they could even get set up. This couple had just started offering pastured meats. Phyllis Hunter told me about the butterfly garden behind the public library. We headed there next. Across the street from this all-glass office building lies the butterfly garden, planted by the Southern Hills Garden Club, which Phyllis belongs to. So does Judy Fannin. It's a perfect location to attract children as well as butterflies, with a playground and water sprinklers to cool off on a hot day like this one. School kids are growing veggies in raised beds, and they painted the monarch caterpillar mural on the library back wall. They erected a sign in case the migrators need direction. The Garden Club is growing 3 different kinds of milkweed, as well as a number of other pollinator-friendly flowers, though I didn't see any monarchs that day. Next, we headed over to Judy Fannin's lovely home on Lexington Avenue. There's no parking on Lexington, so she had told us to head around to the back, where we found her lush backyard rimmed in flowers. There's a pond, a charming birdhouse, and lots of seating to enjoy the view. Across the alley, Judy grows flowers and anything that won't appeal to deer. A curious cat strolled over to check us out. I dropped off Angie and David and headed back out in the county to pack up my things at my hosts Blaine and Gina Holt's beautiful home. I had been admiring all the wildflowers along the stream on my trips into town and stopped to take a few pictures. I took one last shot of the view out back of Gina's house and headed back into town, passing some of Ashland's original brick streets. I arrived to my lodgings for my last night in Kentucky, the recently opened Governor's Inn Bed and Breakfast. An enormous slug greeted me on the path, but I understand deer are the real pests in Ashland. I lucked out. I got an upgrade at the Governor's Inn Bed and Breakfast in Ashland, Kentucky for tonight, and innkeeper Tina Campbell has given me the governor's suite. So I have this whole floor and access to the balcony. And I'm going to take advantage of it. We are in downtown Ashland and very close to Central Park. In fact, it's right over there. And the largest employer of the county is King's Daughters Hospital, which is less than a mile that way. And Judy's house is just a few blocks from here. So this is really old Ashland and the stately homes on Lexington Avenue and Bath Avenue. But let me show you my room. Built in 1891, the Governor's Inn had only been open for 2 months when I visited. Its 4 guest rooms are a combination of luxury and history. I have a makeup room, where I can do my makeup, and I have a washcloth that's specifically for removing your makeup. Here's my bathroom, which opens onto the balcony. So I could just take a shower and step out on the balcony and dry off. Just kidding. And there is a jacuzzi in the bathtub. There's a little desk for doing some writing. And I've got a big king-size bed. Oh, that feels good. If you are a country music fan, the Judds were born in Ashland and have a house here. And I think it was Ashley that stayed in this suite about a week ago. This was the home of Governor Simeon Willis, and he was the governor of Kentucky from 1943 to 1947. Died in 1965. Had a nice long life and did a lot of really good things for the state of Kentucky. I want a porch like this. I really, really do. And I highly recommend checking out the Governor's Inn when you're visiting Ashland, Kentucky. I relaxed on the veranda till time to head over to Angie and David's. Be sure to check out their heritage garden in a separate video. Next morning, I took my breakfast out to the porch and basked in the bright sun. I had missed the innkeeper, Tina, the day before, so we reenacted my arrival and tour for the video.
Welcome to Governor's Inn.
Awesome! Oh, what's that?
Old record player from 1916.
Does it work?
Yes, it does. You want to hear it?
I do. I have the same Victrola cabinet, but without the player. Opening and closing the doors controlled the sound level. Makes a big difference. Wow. Well, it was time to say goodbye for now to Ashland. As I'd heard train whistles all night, I wanted to see a train up close and headed down to the Port of Ashland, with its restored rail station and stunning murals. I stopped in the street and just had time to get my camera out before a long train came by. Trains have always fascinated me. But I know that 40 years ago, there were many more trains hauling out coal than there are today. I drove downtown one last time. Baskets of beautiful flowers adorn the lampposts. I passed the Paramount Theater and vowed to be back. I felt the unbridled spirit of Kentucky as I filled up my tank and headed to Cincinnati for the flight home.